Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Choi Yun-suk. Today, we'll be talking about GLASSTINT Sunset film. Please introduce yourself. Hello, I'm in charge of marketing at GLASSTINT, and I also handle C/S and various other tasks. My name is Park Sung-hyun. Let's have a good conversation today. We're doing YouTube together today? Let's have a good conversation today. First of all, when it comes to window film, heat rejection and performance are important, but with reflective film, aesthetics matter a lot. In the case of Sunset, it has the familiar green tone once installed. But under sunlight, you can notice a subtle hint of gold. It has a very unique color tone. Reflective films differ slightly in color depending on the brand, and I thought this particular look felt very premium. Compared to the reflective films available back then, Sunset had slightly lower reflectivity, which made it stand out at the right time. The timing worked out perfectly as well, as Sunset came out with lower reflectivity. Many people responded positively. Even among reflective films, there is a subtle level of reflectivity that creates beautiful colors. And while producing the reflective effect, the color layer behind it plays a role in determining the subtle tone. I think this matched what the market was looking for. As a result, Sunset was created, and that's why it received such a good response in the market. What I see as Sunset's biggest advantage is that even among low-reflective, semi-reflective films, it produces an emerald color with a cleaner appearance. As a result, customers don't find it overwhelming. Another key point is that Sunset solved one of the chronic drawbacks of reflective films: interior reflection. Reflective films often have interior and exterior reflection levels that are almost the same. Even today, there are still many films where, if the exterior reflection is 17%, the interior reflection is also 17%. Most brands do not openly disclose their interior and exterior reflection values. Most brands do not openly disclose their interior and exterior reflection values. Yes, that is considered an industry secret. There are many companies where the exterior reflection and interior reflection values are the same, but our film displays both interior and exterior reflection values on the web. Yes, we disclose all of our specifications. The way people usually notice interior reflection is this. During the day, when the sunlight is strong, the air vents near the front of the dashboard can reflect and become distracting. Yes, we disclose all of our specifications. People usually notice interior reflection on bright sunny days. For example, air vents and dashboard textures can reflect on the windshield, and the dashboard can appear clearly reflected. That can interfere with your visibility. Second, at night, vehicle interiors have become much brighter these days. Ambient lighting has been added, and the instrument cluster is no longer just regular lighting. It is now LCD or LED. Seats have become brighter, and dashboards have become brighter too. So the reflection simply becomes stronger. Compared to older vehicles and vehicles today, the basic interior environment itself is different. And if the film has high interior reflection, that becomes more noticeable. It stands out even more clearly. So generally, films with low interior reflectivity are better at reducing that kind of issue. As I mentioned earlier, Sunset has much lower interior reflectivity compared to many reflective or semi-reflective films on the market. That is why there are very few complaints about visibility. Even though it is a reflective film, people say it is easier to see through than expected. It feels comfortable on the eyes and looks clear. Because we hear that kind of feedback a lot, I think that aspect may have become one of the reasons consumers purchase it or decide to choose it. Lastly, there is satisfaction with the brand itself. Even if two products are the same, when people ask, "What brand is this?" GLASSTINT has shown consumers a certain level of name value as a window tint brand. It has been installed on many high-end vehicles. The actual price is also high. And with that higher price comes customer service. The customer satisfaction service that follows has been very solid. That positive perception of the brand itself, I think that kind of feeling also played a role. If they are going with a reflective film, they want it to be GLASSTINT. They want to get Sunset installed. They want to put that metal logo sticker on the rear glass. I think that kind of feeling was also there. At least, that is how I see it. The metal stickers on the rear glass have also started to appear a lot more recently. I also notice them when I drive. I look to see what is attached. I check which company's window film is on the car and what film it has. Before we launched Sunset, Road, and Fender, back when we only handled a truly premium, I used to be so happy whenever I happened to see our metal sticker once in a while. Now I see it very often. When I see a slightly green tone and think, is that it? It is usually Sunset. And when that happens, the GLASSTINT sticker is always there. One time, on a 6-lane road, 5 cars were all installed with Sunset. Lanes 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 were all Sunset. That was the first time I had seen that. I was driving on a main road in my neighborhood, and I ended up right in the middle. Of course, I may have felt that way because I work at GLASSTINT, but I did feel a certain sense of pride and reward. There was that kind of feeling. I have also heard people say this. They get a film installed and drive around with no issues. That company's product may be number one in terms of sales volume, but still, they kind of want to remove the sticker on the back. So there is definitely some thought about brand value. After all, the brand is something you cannot ignore. First of all, the performance of the product we use and the value that the brand carries are all included in what customers are paying for. When someone says, "I got this installed," and people respond, "You chose a good one," or "You still went with a premium product," I think that is something you cannot ignore either. In that sense, with GLASSTINT products, we will continue to work so that they remain as closely aligned with premium quality as possible through brand management. For those several reasons, GLASSTINT Sunset sold well, and there were real strengths that made it sell well. I think we can say that. Continued in part 2.